Makes me think, believe it or not, of Bitcoin, because some people have said, hey, Bitcoin is the answer to those problems. Are you a believer?
Well, Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be.
Hey guys, welcome to my Slide Simple. In today's slides, we're going to talk about Bill Gates and his thoughts about Bitcoins. Bill Gates is an American philanthropist, businessman, and co-founder of Microsoft Corporation. He had some really interesting thoughts on Bitcoins, as he thought it is better than currency and didn't say it better than anybody else, which is exactly what many people thought.
Take a look. It makes me think, believe it or not, of Bitcoin, because some people have said, hey, Bitcoin is the answer to those problems. Are you a believer?
Well, Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient. The customers we're talking about aren't trying to be anonymous. You know, they're willing to be known. So the Bitcoin technology is key, and you could add to it, or you could build a similar technology where there's enough attribution that people feel comfortable. This has nothing to do with terrorism or any type of money laundering.
Because there's another answer to this question. So you're talking about relying on regulatory infrastructure and banks participating, but there are many, many investors and smart people out there who will tell you that the answer to these questions is Bitcoin. So what do you think about Bitcoin as a solution to these problems?
Well, the effort to make sure your Bitcoin provider isn't going to lose your money and your understanding of the volatility of Bitcoin, I'd hardly say that's ready for poor people to have it go up and down by a factor of 2 and oops, I was at Mount Gox, now that's not good, now I'm at bit whatever. So that basic.
According to Bill Gates, Bitcoins is better than currency. It is cheaper, and you don't have to be at the same place to transfer, and you don't have to worry about the quantity, and it is just the best. However, you see, he's worried about the volatility, which is what most of the business magnates around the world worry about. And he thinks about doing something similar to Bitcoin. Not improving on Bitcoin, but doing something similar, working on the blockchain technology to create a digital currency that is more in regulation with the government, which is what everybody else or every other business person out there is thinking, to create a currency which is digital and which is in regulation. So we see China and America and other countries are coming in on creating their own digital currency based on blockchain technology, which Bitcoin started. So where does Bitcoin go? How does Bitcoin end up if every other person or every other government is creating their own digital currency based on what Bitcoin started? Well, my thoughts are Bitcoins will stay on as special asset, just like gold, which is very special, very expensive. Bitcoin will stay on and continue to be traded by many people, and of course a lot of people do use Bitcoin for trading and for transactions and for buying stuff. It still goes on today, but how much more people can get in is something we're seeing based on the price of Bitcoin really going up we saw some activities go on recently, like Iran, Venezuela, and their actions on Bitcoins shows that people are getting in on Bitcoin, and really big investors getting in on Bitcoin as well. And this is something that will continue to increase with time, and then Bitcoin may not be a currency, but I think Bitcoin will definitely take a major place in the stage of digital currency as it has already done. And when we think about what Bill Gates said, he's just one of the many players out there who look more on the part of the authority than complete freedom. Bitcoin is for revolutionaries who want change, and these people, of course, will not support Bitcoin totally. But I believe they do own Bitcoins, as it is a very valuable investment for many enterprises, for many investors, many big businesses right now. So this is it about what Bill Gates thought about Bitcoins, and I'm sure in some years to come we'll see how effective Bitcoin goes. But based on what we have right now, we're seeing a very big projection. The price will continue to rise to 20,000 and more and more investors will come in. And since the cap was set as Bitcoin limit was set as 21 million Bitcoins, that will mean that there won't be any problems with the inflation, which is a big problem with the fiat currency we have now. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe for more videos like this. Stay in touch, and if you have any questions or thoughts, please leave them in the comment section. See you again in my next video. Bye bye.